really important that we begin to change the mindset of young people to know that your vote counts.
They don't understand that the legislative arm of government is actually a co-equal arm of government.
We have an incredible amount of potential.
Whatever it is I was doing, because of my personal DNA, it had to be of an international standard.
Which is what, seriously speaking, is all about.
Welcome. When my guests on the show were born somewhere in the eastern Nigeria, at that time, people like them wouldn't survive because they're twins, you know. They were seeing anathema at that time. But today, they're one of the most popular twins on the face of Nigeria, and even internationally, winning many international awards, doing what? Cooking. Cooking because they've decided to begin to do what they call speed meals, healthy meals. But what I find interesting about these two, who've been interviewed severally on many shows or in the newspapers, is the fact that they always seem to begin and end each other's sentences. But beyond that, they are such dreamers. Well, if you've never heard of them, you stay tuned, and I'll introduce to you today my guests on the show, this edition that we're talking about, inspiration. Well, I'm going to start by introducing the younger person, and I want to believe I guessed because I made them wear two different shirts, so I know the difference between one person and the other. Now, this is Titus. Titus in brown, not Titus Sardine.
No.
Titus Igwe.
Yes.
But do you like Titus Sardine, though?
Yeah, of course.
You like sardines?
I think it's what do they call it?
It's healthy.
It's kind of a destiny, call of destiny that they gave me that name because I don't have to end up in food industry where I have to deal with Titus fish as well. You know.
That's right. And then Titus is sitting by Tobias.
Yes.
But I call it Tobias. Why did I call it Tobias?
Tobias is...
Okay, anyone I like.
Yeah.
I like Tobias. There's some Tobias, you know. The story of Tobias, I think, let me try and remember, somewhere in the scriptures,
Yes,
Tobias is the guy...
Book of Tobit.
Yes, Book of Tobit. It was a family story, actually.
Yes,
that book is not very common, but it's a story about a family that was very holy, and that kind of family you come from.
Yeah.
We have that.
Our family was quite holy. Our daddy was a very religious person, the same with our mom. So we are grown with this, we are trained with this strong religious background. Started from when we were little. We started teaching other young children catechism. From there, you know, Bible stories and so on. So, and it's still a tradition in our family till today.
In fact, one of your brothers is studying to be a priest, I hear.
Yeah. Our immediate junior brother, Charlie.
Oh, really?
It's a tradition that continues. We hope to pass it on to our own children as well.
Okay, about 9 children. Your mother had 11 children in total, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
She had 2 first, she lost her husband, then she got married again. She must be, is she alive?
She's alive,
She was very beautiful.
Oh, and when you even see her, you think that she's our senior sister. She still have that...
that figure.
That figure, really. I don't know how it happens, but she was just lucky.
Okay, another interesting thing about both of you, you grew up, you started life together, then you were separated because Tobias had to come to Lagos to be a help to somebody.
Yes.
Was that because your family couldn't afford it?
Of course, it was because our family couldn't afford it and they wanted a better life for us. So the idea of sending me to come to Lagos was okay, to reduce the burden on the family and also to allow the younger ones to get attention in terms of school, to be able to get at least to a certain level of education. So my coming to Lagos was to release the burden from the family. That's part of it.
Was it nice to be separated from him? No, I'm asking Titus, not you. Just correct me if I'm wrong. But if I call you Tobias, Titus, just accept. But this is Titus.
Well, I think it's something good, really. I do see...
Because now in high school, that was high school, right?
Yeah,
he went to JS1,
school.
you went to JS1 in Anambra. He went to JS1 in Lagos.
Yeah.
And did you cry the day he left? And were you happy eventually?
Initially, I felt so bad. I was like, what do I do from here? You know? But again, after a while, I began to get used to it. I said, wow, I'm now learning something different. So when we do write each other letters then, when I write him letters, I tell him all the things I'm doing in school, how I've been appointed a class captain, how I am doing, things. And then he will reply me back on what he's also doing on his own end. So sometimes, if he is not measuring up or I'm not measuring, I'll say, well, look at what Tobias is doing. I remember the day he sent me a picture where he was using this landline and he was making a call. I have never seen anything like that. I've never touched it. I only used to see it in the movies. I felt so bad. I said, wow, my brother has gone so far from me.
I must go to this Lagos.
I must go to this Lagos one day, to see these things that he has been seeing and at least use that phone to make calls as he has been using.
Okay,
know.
well, you guys had such large dreams. I wonder, even though you are from humble beginnings, you had such dreams. You wanted to be a doctor, or what did you want to be?
We both wanted to be an engineer.
Okay, engineers,
Yeah.
yes.
Yes. I think that's because from where we come from, people never gave us a chance. Because we are many, people use it to mock us in the village. Then when we go to the stream to fetch water, people will be saying some kind of nasty thing like, even they see our mom, they'll make reference to like, this one I gave her.
Say it in Igbo. Wait, born picking full house.
Yes, this one I just gave it.
Aqua football team.
Aqua football team, they keep saying all kinds of things. And, my dad always said something to us that it's not what people say to you that matters, it's the way you chose to take it. So we begin to, take this and okay, you know what, you see what to become of that football piece that you're actually talking about. So what we now begin to do, each person, there was this dream, that this time, we want to do something so big, want to do something that, make a statement that these people will see me later on in future, they will say, Shebi, is this person?
Are they saying those things now? Because, you were headed to be a mechanic.
Yes.
And your mother said we should go and do what?
I should go and get trade.
So what happened? Why did you refuse? In fact, she laughed at you when you said we were going to go to Unilag.
Yes. I mean, it was something that sounds so crazy and so impossible. But really, I was determined that I want to get to Unilag. I don't know where Unilag is, but the way people used to, I hear people talk about this Unilag University, and my brother was the one that started it. The woman he was staying with, he has a junior brother who tried so many years to get admission in Unilag, who never succeeded. I say, what makes this Unilag so big that people cannot, get admission there, that it's this difficult to get admission there? I say, I'm going to get admission in that Unilag, and I will tell my mom that I'm not in Unilag.
And you did?
And we did.
We actually did.
Both of you did?
Yeah. Both of us did.
And
at
you
the same
studied
time, at the same course.
Why did you choose the same course?
We chose different courses, but they gave us...
Destiny brought us to business admin. I chose accounting, he chose business admin, but the day they released the results, where I went to the list to check, I first went to my accounting department. I didn't see my name. I was already feeling bad because we never failed the exam, so we were quite...
You never failed the exam?
Yes, from our primary to silver. So I said, could this be the for us? God forbid. So I was still feeling bad. Mama might have seen my name. So when one has seen his name, you have not seen your name. My mood was...
And you are the senior, because you're the senior twin.
So there's always that thing that was, Mama just said, your name is here too. I said, there too? I just collapsed in joy. So it was just this thing that keeps happening. There was this competition, sort of, that was going on.
Between two of you.
Yes, in our mind.
Is the competition still going on? Because you're both not married yet. I wonder who's going to marry first. Who's going to marry first?
It's still something that goes on. Each person don't want to leave the other, and the other don't want the other to leave the other. So it's always like trying to balance. There's a balancing act. So each time you try.
So are you getting married soon?
Well, again, I'm sure marriage is something that will happen when it will happen.
So you don't mind if one marries before the other?
Our aim is to get married together.
Yes. And that's one thing our mommy asked us when we were young. She told us that the only thing and the greatest thing you both can do for me is to see both of you get married.
So what if one person has a wife, the other one doesn't have? What will you do now? You will wait?
Yeah, I don't know, but we are just working towards it. Somehow it's going to work out somehow.
We both really want to get married. We have planned to get married, but...
For young ladies out there?
Some of the experiences
Can people apply or you guys are taking? Because you turned 30 in August.
Yeah.
Yes. Some of the ladies that we see, some of them will come, begin to be like, when we get married, we're going to separate, you take what is your own. I want to know which one is your own, which one is your own. It's not, me and my brother, we're not these twins that do things, everything like this, like this. We see each other as business partners, and we try to take the business as an entity. When we are in the office, we are partners. When we are home, we are brothers.
You fight over money.
Who
does what in speed mills?
I think first thing that helped
tell
us...
me, who does what in speed mills?
I am head of administration. He's head of operations.
Okay.
Cooking.
Every dirty job I do.
Everything they do in
Going to market, operations,
and he gives the final orders and so on. When it comes to the office, when it comes to the admin, I'm the one in charge.
Marketing,
PR. And that's why most people know me.
But they don't know that they don't know him, actually, because you both look alike.
Yeah, we both look alike. And so when they see him, they'll be greeting him as if they are greeting me.
You speak to him more,
there's a ground rule that we set to ourselves when we started some years ago. We said to ourselves, two things must never cause problem between us, money and women. And so far, so good. We never had issue of quarreling with money and this. No. We have a proper system, so nobody should cheat anybody. Even I make money, my brother is not there. It doesn't make any difference. He goes to vacation, we make money, he knows everything that goes on, and we have a board of directors also.
How did you get to that level, though? I mean, I'll take a break, because now we'll talk about your business, why it's an inspiration, you know.
Yeah.
I'll take a break, a commercial break, and I'll return and continue our conversation with the Igwe twins of Speed Mills. Yeah, we're back. We're back in the studios. I was just telling them about how the song Igwe, Igwe. Do you guys dance when you hear? It's like they're talking about you. Igwe is king, isn't he?
Yes, Igwe is king, and we are very familiar with the name. And so each time we see it singing, and we're like, okay. we just dance along.
So God must hold a very special position in your lives, obviously, like you said at the beginning.
Sure.
But it seems like for you guys, where you are at is just like the beginning.
Yeah.
Because the way you work, Abi, what do you say? Tobias?
Yes.
You're not a PR person, but I would task you.
Okay, where we are currently to us, it's a child's play to where we want to be. The distance is still very far, very, very far from where we are going. We're just starting, really. And when people celebrate us and give us awards and meet us for awards, in all honesty, when we are in the back door in the midnight, you tell us, but why? We have not done anything that deserves an award as far as we are concerned, because the kind of dreams we have set for ourselves, the target we set for ourselves, and the milestones we've set before us, are still very, very, way, way, way far from where we are. We want to do something different. We really want to improve the lives of people. We want to have a company that can really solve a need. It's not just one of those companies that you run around, you see everywhere, or they're just there because others are there or for one reason. It's more of a divine mission. It's a mission, really. It pains us whenever we see someone that is down with maybe coronary heart disease or down with cancer or this. We felt that there is something we can do to help. And if only this person have managed his health from a certain age to this point, he will not retire with diabetes or retire with this. It can be better managed, really.